See, what happens often is we are living in fear of what might happen. We are afraid of something that has not happened yet. We begin suffering the pain now of what is only a future possibility. If it happens, we suffer that pain twice, now and when it happens. If it does not, we suffer that pain for nothing.
Welcome to the Free Lawyer Podcast. I'm your host, Gary Miles. The Free Lawyer Podcast is designed for the lawyer, entrepreneur, or professional who is in some way unfulfilled, stressed, or stuck and is looking for something better. We will discuss various blocks that limit us from achieving the personal freedom that we all desire, but have not yet fully experienced. And we will give actionable steps to free yourself from them. Are you looking to achieve a new level of success? If so, this podcast is for you.
Hey, everybody. Thank you to episode 125 of the Free Lawyer Podcast. I myself find that pretty shocking. It took me so long to get this podcast started for my own mindset roadblocks, my own prisons of my own mind that I coach you all on how to overcome that. And yet, I never thought I'd get started. Here I am with 125 episodes. And I'm really gratified by the support that I get from each and every one of you. I get so many nice messages from people about how helpful your podcast was on this or on that, and how much they appreciate that I do it. And, my motivation doing this is to get as many positive messages, as many helpful messages as I can out to the legal community, to lawyers and other legal professionals. And I have gotten a lot of nice reviews for the podcast, which I greatly appreciate. But I'm going to ask you to do this for me if you're a regular listener of the show, and if you like the content that I provide to you. If you think that what I share with you is helpful to you in some small way, I would like you to do a favor for me, and that is to go onto your podcast site, such as Apple, and give me a review of what you think of the podcast, and if you like it and how, because reviews are what help to get the podcast distributed to more people. And it would be your way to help me accomplish my goal of having my messages seen by more people. And it would be your way to participate in helping to have more lawyers learn more helpful information, where you can spread the word, if you will. So if you would consider doing that, I would greatly appreciate it. And I appreciate all the support that you give me. Today, we're going to talk about the future and how we at times overthink what's going on, and we start worrying about the future. And the title of this podcast is The Cost of Overthinking, Why It's Time to Stop Worrying About the Future. I do that a lot, don't you? We all do. I like this quote to set up the episode. If you want to conquer overthinking, bring your mind to the present moment and reconnect it with the immediate world, by Amit Ray. Do you spend a lot of time thinking about the future and wondering how something will work out? Will you win that case? Will you make partner? Will that new client you just met with engage your services? Will your son or daughter get into that college that they dream of? As lawyers, we spend so much valuable time planning for the future, analyzing our options, and strategizing the best course of action. That's what we do, and that's really important. That's really helpful. But we can go too far. We can get stuck in the future. We can overthink it. It happens to many of us. I know it occurs to me. Living in the future is a common experience for many people. While planning for the future can be helpful, worrying about what might happen can cause unnecessary stress and anxiety. Overthinking can also lead to indecisiveness and a lack of productivity, making it difficult to take action toward achieving your goals. Fortunately, some tools and strategies can help you manage overthinking and return your focus to the present moment. In today's episode, I'm going to explore the problems with overthinking the future. And I'm also going to give you, as I always do, hopefully some practical tips to help you stop overthinking and to live in the present more mindfully. So let's start with this. What is the problem with living in the future? You know, the most significant impact is on how we feel. Oh, it's great to have dreams and hopes and visions and to plan for the future. But are you living too much in the future? We can create our own emotional nightmare if we focus too much on the future and on the unknown. Overthinking the future may significantly impact our mental health. Constantly worrying about what may or may not happen in the future can lead to anxiety, stress, and overwhelming feelings. That can cause our thoughts to spiral out of control, making it difficult for us to focus on the present moment or to take action toward achieving our goals. Overthinking can also lead to negative self-talk and self-doubt, damaging our self-esteem and confidence. In extreme cases, it can actually contribute to developing anxiety disorders or depression. So finding healthy ways to manage our thoughts and our emotions and to bring our focus back to the present moment is so important. See, what happens often is we are living in fear of what might happen. We are afraid of something that has not happened yet. We begin suffering the pain now of what is only a future possibility. If it happens, we suffer that pain twice, now and when it happens. If it does not, we suffer that pain for nothing. When we live in the future, we allow a merely possible future impact, future event to ruin today's happiness. And that's important. Let me say it again. When we live in the future, we allow a merely possible future event to ruin today's happiness. Does that make any sense at all? To let something that may not even happen sometime in the future ruin our today. You know, but there are other negative impacts as well. These are some of the other problems we encounter when we spend too much time living in the future. One, we don't enjoy the present. There is so much happiness and beauty in our present life, but we sometimes miss today's gifts if we focus on tomorrow. We may find it difficult to enjoy and appreciate the present moment fully. I know I am often somewhere wholly wonderful, just a beautiful, happy place, but my mind wanders to someplace else where I will be later. I rob myself of the joy of the present. Two, missed opportunities. Focusing solely on the future can cause us to miss out on options we have available to us here today in the present. Three, it affects our relationships. Worrying about what our friends, family, and spouse will do, how they will behave, and what will happen can create negative stress in otherwise healthy relationships. Four, it creates negative outcomes. You know, worrying about the future and projecting ahead to a negative result can be a very self-fulfilling prophecy. If we focus on too many negative thoughts about what will happen, the results are often less successful than they otherwise would be. If I imagine a negative result, it's more likely going to happen. Five, loss of spontaneity. Constantly thinking about the future can lead to a loss of spontaneity and a lack of ability to enjoy impromptu experiences. We don't enjoy what's happening around us. We have no control over the future, none. And we create frustration in our life when we try to control something we cannot control. You know, that story still needs to be written. The future will occur as it does. And trying to control it simply creates our own frustration and disappointment. You know, the future is not a healthy place to live. Don't you agree? So how do we stop overthinking the future? Are you tired of experiencing all that anxiety and stress? Finally, we can break out of the prison of the future. And here are 8 tools. 1, mindfulness. Mindfulness means being truly engaged in the moment. We can focus on the present instead of worrying about the future. Be aware of your thoughts and your feelings. Are you living in the present now, or are you obsessing about the future? 2, redirect your thoughts. When you are stuck worrying about the future, or when you are anxious about something that has not happened, choose a different idea. Redirect yourself to the present. Choose to see a positive outcome instead of a negative one. When mindful that our mind is stuck in the future, we can redirect our thoughts to the present. 3, journaling. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can help you process them and gain a new perspective. You can use a journal to record your worries and your fears and explore ways to address them. 4, breathing exercises. Deep breathing exercises can help you relax and reduce anxiety. Try inhaling deeply for 4 seconds, holding your breath for 4 seconds, and exhaling for 4 seconds. Repeat this cycle several times. 5, gratitude. Focusing on what you're grateful for can help shift your focus away from worrying about the future. Start a gratitude journal or take a few minutes each day to reflect on what you're grateful for. One of the best antidotes to worrying about the future is truly being grateful today for the many blessings that you have. 6, visualization. Visualization can help you imagine positive outcomes and reduce anxiety about the future. You can visualize yourself successfully dealing with challenges or achieving your goals. Choose to see your success instead of imagining the worst possible result. 7, get into action. When I'm stuck in the future thinking about what I will be doing tomorrow, I choose to return to the present and to purposefully engage in what is in front of me right then. If we're paralyzed worrying about the future, start a purposeful activity. Get started on doing what helps bring you success. Call that prospective client, prepare your case, whatever it might be. Getting into action helps to destroy the paralysis of overthinking the future. 8, seek support. Find a friend or trusted advisor to talk to. Open yourself up to someone you trust. Obtain encouragement from those who care about you. Use the wise counsel of an experienced mentor who can guide your thinking and help you to refocus. As lawyers, we take our responsible planning to worry about the future obsessively. We go from planning and strategizing to worrying obsessively. And living in the future can really negatively affect our mental health and prevent us from living in the present and acting towards our goals. But by practicing mindfulness, journaling, breathing exercises, gratitude, visualization, and obtaining support, we can learn to manage our thoughts and our emotions, and we can bring our focus back to the present moment. It's okay to plan for the future, but it's important not to let our worries and our fears consume us. By using these tools and strategies, we can break free from the cycle of overthinking, and we can start living a more fulfilling and mindful life. So take a deep breath, let go of your worries, and focus on today. Focus on the present. The future will take care of itself. I want to thank each and every one of you for listening here today. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support, and I appreciate what you do in the legal profession. Thank you very much. Stop worrying about the future. Start living in today. Have a great day, and please be well, be safe, and be free.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of the Free Lawyer Podcast. Wherever you are listening, if you enjoyed what I shared, please leave me a rating and review. I would appreciate hearing more about what you like best and what topics you might like me to cover in future episodes. If you are interested in experiencing a more fulfilling and a more successful life, please contact me at www.garymiles.net, where you can schedule a free discovery call with me so I can learn more about you, your challenges, and your dreams. I appreciate each and every one of you, and have a great rest of your day. Thanks to all of you for your support.